Alright, we have, I believe... we'll see. Enough planks and nails to do a little bit of a carpentry montage here. So let's go ahead and finish out this second floor. Well, guys, what turned into a short trip to town unrecorded to fill my water bottles turned into a giant kerfluffle here. I I crashed my taxi, which was awesome, and then I accidentally yelled, which was even more awesome. And then I real quickly decided I was going to grab some shit out of the back of that camouflage truck that was crashed, and there was a firebomb in it. So I went ahead and used it because there were like 60 Zeds surrounding me, and the new fire effects with 42.1.0 are really, really nice. They're almost too realistic, but I dig it. I imagine they're going to just ravage low systems or like lower end systems, like kind of the same way the blood decals do, the blood splatter decals do for like real for like i3s and stuff, i5s. But yeah, they're cool effects. So anyway, here we are clearing a horde. It's gonna be like between 60 and 100 dead or so. This was about 40 or 45 minutes of gameplay that was unrecorded. So I have spliced it down to about 12 or so. We're going to do a little bit of voiceover for it, and then we'll get into the main video proper where we do some actual serious real deal carpentry work. The base is coming along up there far north of the prison there in the woods. I'm very, very hopeful that the crowd from the prison does not make its way north, although it's possible. That could happen. That could happen. So yeah, this character is plugging along. We've got, I believe he's the third, he might be the fourth character in this world. We're about a month deep. The power does eventually go out this episode. I don't notice it when it's happening, but upon edit, I'm like, oh yeah, there's no light in those buildings, and there definitely should be light in those buildings. So we've reached the point where I'm gonna have to take one of the generators in town up to the gas station, and that way I can keep the pumps functioning. I've got a jerry can, I believe, and 3 full cans at the base. So as soon as I may end up having to boost my electrical. I think it's all the way to 5 before you can hook up the generators without finding the magazine for the generator. So I might be going just without power for a while, which is fine. I've got all sorts of canned goods. I haven't gotten into a single canned good that I found yet. I have been living off of potato chips and gas station garbage and random ice cream found in freezers since the game started. So I have a mountain of canned goods. I've probably got 2 months worth of canned goods between all of my locations right now. So here we are digging through some vehicles. We're actually looking for a replacement vehicle, and we've got a couple of keys on the ground here. There was a taxi key and a van key, I believe. So we end up taking this taxi, which is nice, because having a replacement taxi for the one that I just wrecked is like pretty hardcore awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Zomboid is just really killing it with these updates right now. Couple of little weird glitches still. The ragdoll glitch when you swing or push from like 3 meters away and groups of enemies still stagger and fall backwards, that's still there. So that's kind of amusing. But you know, that's all right. It's part of the charm of Zomboid, I guess, is what we'll call it. I'm going to zoom out my footage here a little bit so I know where I'm at exactly. Yeah, let's go ahead and check this other vehicle. Let's clear out the amount of times I strike this taxi here with the other taxi as I'm going back and forth in this episode is absurd. Make a drinking game out of it or a smoking game out of it. Like take a toke or a drink or a shot every time I crash into that taxi with this taxi. It's ridiculous, and I think I edit out 1 or 2, so go ahead and take like 1 or 2 tokes or shots right off the bat, because yeah, I definitely do that. I come around that corner too fast almost every time this entire episode, and yeah, it's pretty awesome. So here we are heading back to base with our new taxi cab, and we've got some definite plans for today. I'm going to do some serious chopping. We're going to do some serious sawing. I've got well, you saw at the beginning, we get a montage going. I chop down 6 trees total, I think, and make back and forth trips to saw the logs into planks and drag them back to base. It also constantly rains this episode. It constantly rains, which is what I get. It's what I get for starting in May or starting in April. But I don't like starting when it's super hot. I like giving myself that spring to get established. Call me crazy. I don't know. But yeah, we eventually get some walls built around the garage here. I don't get the garage. I get the garage partially floored this episode. And then I get the garage barely covered or roofed. And I get the garage partially walled. The main floor we get completely roofed, which is nice, like real nice. I finally got a dry spot to sleep. I can finally sleep on the cot like when it's raining and not have to sleep in the car when it's raining. I think I've slept 6 nights with this character in the car because it has been raining so much. We have still not drawn any Zeds all the way to the base here. And I know that as soon as they are drawn to the base, they're just going to start ransacking it. They're just going to start tearing it apart because that's what they do. In an upcoming episode, I am going to have to start, well, not have to, but I'm going to start dragging some actual amenities here. And I'm going to build some bookshelves and some storage cases because right now, my trucks and all of those duffel bags are my only storage options. Now, let's see. Are we going to hit it here? Are we going to hit it here? Oh, I did. I edited it out, though. So here we are dragging the van back because we did find the van key the same time as we found the taxi key there. This van has, I thought that it had some sort of, I took Sunday Driver with this character and I forgot. So I thought that this van was like really, really screwed up. It has some low pressure on its tires and it's muddy as fuck because it's been raining constantly. So I actually get this van stuck in the mud up here and think that it's broken down. I'm going to have to walk back to get the taxi because I'm kind of a clown the way I do this. But either way, we've got ourselves a taxi, a van, and a McCoy logging truck with keys and gas. Some of them have damaged engines. I think the logging truck has a red-lined engine at this point. But we're gonna spend an entire couple episodes making some mechanics guides as well as these carpentry and base building guides. I'm gonna turn this into an ongoing guide series if I can. So we'll eventually get into the welding and the metalworking and the mechanics and the tailoring if I can. I want to do tailoring and cooking. Cooking's pretty interesting, but yeah, until I can get a generator mag and get some gas out here and get this whole place set up and really kind of ready to go. So what I try to do here, I do sleep in the cot because it's not raining here, but it rains, I think, throughout the rest of the episode. I think that's the last time you see me sleeping in the cot the entire episode. So yeah, here we are cutting some trees down. Just cutting some trees down is what we do. Cutting some trees down is what we do, and cutting some logs is what we do. Now, this is just kind of a couple of clips here. We montage it up. We montage it up a little bit because I'm not about to spend 18 minutes of video, doing all that. So yeah, we're gonna get the floor done here. Not done because currently I don't have the key to this McCoy estate truck. I find it later. I thought it was on a dead corpse. I thought it was on a previous character's corpse, but no, it was in one of the bags here on the floor. I don't know how that keychain ended up. I ended up dropping a keychain off into my sling bag, and I have no idea why. But yeah, I find it later, so we do still have the key to all of the vehicles. I was like, did another character die? Did I spawn another character? Like, what? Anyway, we figured it out. I figured it out. I keep using the royal we. I'm not sure why. I think it's like that's just that channel metric. There's like 6 of you that comment regularly enough that I start to feel like we got a little bit of a community going here. And yeah, good times. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So yeah, we're gonna keep doing work here. We get the eventually I'm gonna tear this floor up, I think, and once if we survive long enough to get to the masonry part of the guide and the glass making part of the guide and all of that, then maybe I'll do some concrete floor in the garage and actually blow our own glass and create some glass windows. I think next episode or the episode after that, when I start scavenging the town for items that I want to fill the base with, I think that's when I'm going to start tearing windows out of other buildings and just bringing them here and putting them into the windows that I have, because I've got I want to say four windows that I want to fill. And then the second floor, I don't know how I'm going to handle the windows on the second floor. I'm not sure what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do some, like, just fences so that I can shoot out, or if I want to have windows. I'm not sure how I want to play this with the second floor. I think the third floor is going to be my, like, sentry post where I just, like, do some serious shooting. We'll kind of see how that works. Eventually, once I get bored, assuming I don't die before I get bored, because let's be honest, I don't know that I've ever gotten bored with this series or with this game. But if I get to a point where the guides have gotten far enough and the skills have gotten high enough and the base is where I want it, I'd like to do like a little bit of a last stand here. I'd like to assault the prison and then draw them north away from me. Now here you see me playing with the staircase. I want it facing the other way. I want it facing this way, and the game does not allow that. There's only two orientations the staircase can be. And I don't like having it up against the wall. I don't like that I'm going to have to block, so we end up doing a central staircase, which is a weird spot for a staircase. But I actually think I kind of like it. The plan is going to be, if I can get away with it, because I end up putting it like over this window here. So I think the plan is going to be, if I can, to put storage underneath it. I don't know if it's going to let me put a box underneath it or not. But if it doesn't, then we'll maneuver like a plant or something under it and then just build that window. Either way, it's going to be cool. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Boom, there's the staircase built, baby. We got access to the second floor. Doesn't look like much yet, but we're there. Now we're going to need a door there and some more work here on the floor. But yeah, I'm digging this. Time to sleep in the car because it's raining. Okay, this is the creepiest of the new basements. I have yet to see this one. You have to climb over the sandbags. A couple of cots and a radio, a TV, and an absolute mountain of ammunition. All three of these are packed. I have no space for this much ammunition. I don't even have guns for this much ammunition. This is wild. All right, nearly back home, sweet home. We are finally gonna get some of that second floor built. That is the plan, Stan, anyway. And now we've got 3 vehicles again. All right. I wish it could stop raining for just a few minutes or days or something, because this is kind of silly how much rain we've got right now. But I'm not in charge of the rain. So for now, let's go ahead. Transfer everything from the bag into the truck. And what do we got here that we don't need? Well, that's weird that that's not on me. Okay, so let's see. That's weird that that's there, but that's okay. Oh, that was extra. A box of canned sardines. So what is that, a dozen cans of sardines? Sweet. That's not where I wanted those. I wanted those in the fanny pack. Oh, they're not going to fit in the fanny pack? Fine. Fanny pack's already full. Fair enough. All right, so what we're going to do here, I've still got a bunch of logs over here. Well, not a bunch, a couple of logs over here. And I think there's still Well, not a pile of planks. Some planks for me to pick back up. Let's see. Oh, did I already drop that wood saw again? Oh, good lord. Good lordy Lou. That was careless of me. That's alright though. We can drop these, we can drop all these planks. And then we'll get back to the building. Okay, ground floor has 2 doors. Sweet. Both entrances secure. I still can't do windows, but that's okay. We got a generator in the back, even though I don't have a generator mag. Now, let's start building some floors. Second floor is not going to be shaped the same as the first. Oh, shit. Shoot, heck. Alright, that's okay. That's okay. No serious harm done. And we've got the makings of a roof. No, we'll leave that there for now. I was gonna move it. I was gonna move it over here so that it was covered, but we can hold off for now. We can hold off for now. It's okay. It's okay for now. I like this a lot. I very, very much like this. Guys, we are doing a little bit of timber work here because, quite frankly, I want to do some carpentry work on the second floor of this pretty cool base we've got here. And we need more lumber to do so. And since there's not a Menards or a Home Depot or whatever around, we're going to have to do things the hard way. Alright, I think that's enough chopping for now. Let's go ahead and do some sawing. Alright, that is going to be about all I can hold for now. I've got at least a dozen more logs here to saw. So that is exceptional. That is big news. Oh my gosh, look at those moodles. Look at all those moodles. It has been raining. Now it is April. I started... When I started this game, I dialed it way back. I started as early as possible, I think. I think I started on April 1st. I'm pretty sure. How long's this guy? How long? Well, this is like the second or third character on this world too, so it's hard to say exactly how long it's been. I want to say it was like April 5th or something. So I have had a little bit of snow in the early game, and I have had some hardcore rain. I don't quite have the entire second floor built up yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. That is not what this trip is for right now, though. We are just going to continue to back and forth. Unfortunately, I don't have any major storage built in the base yet, except for all the bags that are laid down there, which I absolutely love that I'm doing, by the way. That just makes me frickin' smile. So all of the trunks of my vehicles are pretty well, stacked. Like they are just utterly full of stuff. So we're not going to be able to take the vehicles back and forth. I really should just rest. That would make this whole thing easier. But that's not how I play. That's not how we do things around here on Zombies Mostly. With your host, Tim. No, I thought for sure there were going to be some, okay, well, there's some logs. We'll saw them logs. Let's saw some more logs. I thought for sure I left some planks laying around here. I guess I managed to pick them all up. Well, that was good. Cool. Cool. Well, let's cut these bad boys up. Start with the branch. Let's get it out of the way first. I think you only get one plank for it. It always throws off my totals when I have to saw a branch too, because you can hold 12 typically. Alright, another trip back up to the base. Alright, we have, I believe... we'll see. Enough planks and nails to do a little bit of a carpentry montage here. So let's go ahead and finish out this second floor. And that is the main floor, ground floor of the main building enclosed. We did it. We did it. All right, now we've got some more work to do. I'm going to build some frames around this staircase because I do not like it at all. That is level 7 carpentry. Nice. There we go. I do not at all like the idea of falling down this staircase because I accidentally walk off the edge. Now the plan is not to roof this second floor yet. That is definitely on the agenda, but it is not an immediate need. think the next plan is to finish the roof. Is to finish the roof on the garage, and maybe think about enclosing the walls of the garage on the main floor, the main structure. Now I do have the craftsman or the master walls now on the top floor, you can see here, so I will be able to go down and replace all of these ground floor walls with master walls eventually. But that is not going to be my immediate priority. Okay, let's see if I can pick all of these up. Yes, okay. So let's go ahead and go back downstairs. This will dry out eventually. That's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. This is partially enclosed, but not entirely. I'm going to go ahead and build some walls. I think I am going to go 5 wide, actually, down here, instead of just 4. That was a lot of chopping and sawing and hauling planks back and forth to get this much material down here. I'm rather proud of the effort that it took. Okay, that's it. That's all she wrote. That's all I got for now. That's all I've got for now. But you know what? That was a hell of a run. We're going to put those 13 nails away. That was all of the planks, actually. Nice. I do have hinges and knobs to make 1 or even 2 more doors, so that is fantastic. Plenty of storage. Yeah, I am digging this base. This is good stuff. This is good stuff. It's going to be phenomenal once I get all the way up to that 3rd floor. Eventually, I think the plan is to put a metal shell around the outside of it. We'll see. That's going to take a lot of effort. But yeah, once we're done with the carpentry, then we'll move on to the. Let's see. This has been kind of like my skills series. Once we're done with the carpentry, we're going to be moving on to. Gosh, what's the next big one? Masonry I want to do a little bit of work with. Metalworking is going to be one of the big ones, and mechanics, because I'm going to have to start repairing these vehicles. So we'll get into some mechanics guides, and some metalworking guides, and some welding guides, because I want to do some, want to build some metal fencing around this place. Some tall metal fencing. I don't know if I want to do metal walls or metal fences, but I want to do something. And yeah, it's coming along, guys. It is coming along. Anyway, my name's Tim. This is Zombies Mostly. I appreciate y'all joining me. Like, sub, comment if you haven't yet. I would appreciate it for algorithm's sake. We are pushing close to 700. My goal is 1,000 by fall. We'll see if it works out. It was 1,000 by summer, but the Build 42 bump kind of slowed down. I appreciate y'all. Take care.